Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome back to the Lavender Overhang. This is episode 33. So, yeah, it's taken us a bit to get this far, but we are slowly but surely chugging along, getting our beavers everything they need to survive. And in the last episode, we got in the dirt excavator, which is a beautiful thing. Now, it means we can do lots of things with 3D terrain that we couldn't before. We started laying out a space in the mountain here, or in the overhang, where we are going to be storing all of this food that we have collected. Now, I am looking at this, and we seem to have lost quite a bit of food in that last run. So I'm wondering if we need to up our production a little bit because of adding some extra beavers. Not that we're, in a bad way at all. We have 3.7k food, plus we've got 1.5k in unbaked potatoes, which turn into 3 times their size when they are good to go. So we are planning to build in some permanent food storage in here in the mountain, create our own little, like, what do they call that? I can't remember what the name is at the moment. Sorry, it's a little bit early for me still. We do have quite a bit in the way of berry storage up here as well. We did get in our centrifuge a couple of episodes ago, so that is working away for us to give us that deeper dynamite. We did get all 3 of our pumps are running because we have 1.6 days until our next drought, and we only have 300k water, or 3k water, I'm sorry. We've got a lot of these guys empty, which is not a good thing. We have 12 jobs that are weird that they are not showing up. There, dirt excavator, farmhouse. One of our farmhouses doesn't have anybody in it. Scavenger flag. Oh, most of those jobs are these scavenger flags that are underwater. So we got 6 jobs there. Dirt excavator, we actually have nobody working. We do have quite a bit of dirt in stock though, and quite a bit in the excavator itself, so I'm not 100% worried about that. It said a farmhouse was not working. Okay, let's take that down to 2. We actually could flip-flop and send these guys to this one. We're gonna have to wait until we turn it on to get going. All right, let's go to double speed for the moment. So hopefully these guys will get going. It says we have 9 empty jobs now, 6 of which are these guys over here. I do think we need some more haulers. We have 4 baby beavers, 3 empty beds. So that probably is something we need to look at. These guys take up a lot of people. This guy, it's doing its automatic thing, so I'm not going to do anything with that. We'll leave it. And it looks like it's going to be a drought, not a bad tide, so hopefully that will get us good. That is full there. We do so need to get this guy full a little bit more too. Know that that's all. Let's just take that down for the moment and fill this up. I think it's going to be more like our battery for the lower level, which we kind of need to look into a little bit. All right, so that one is done. I'm going to go ahead and take that one back to 6.5. This guy has evened out. Ooh, thank you, autosave, for that little momentary glitch. I think that's as full as we are going to get on that one. So we'll let that go. All right, so on to what we are going to accomplish today. I guess I want to kind of look at this, see how they're coming on that, which means that we will need to come down quite a few levels. They have gotten quite a bit taken out there. We do, I think, need to think about having a ladder system to go straight to the top, which should come out right in here. So if we put a ladder in there, it'll go straight down. But I wanted to look at this and see. I think that might be a problem. Nope. Let's go down one more. It might be a problem in that spot because of the overhang. Right here's an overhang. Can we get away with imploding that one? I think we might flood if we do that. I think we might flood right there. So we might have to build out a little box. I'm going to make some beavers unhappy at the moment because I'm going to make their path a little bit more difficult. And let's go ahead. I'm going to do a 3. Let's see how that does. All right. Oop, pause. We did not get, let's see here. Can I? Let's close. Close. I want to see if we can't eat just a teeny tiny bit more water into closed the system here. We're going to close that. We're going to close that. Close. Close. Oops, oops, oops. Oh, that did not go the way I meant it to. That did not go the way I meant it to at all. Oh my God. Whoops. Whoops. Oh no. Well, I guess everything is full. Oh, everything is really full. Where's our floodgate? Everything here should. All right, so everything, wow. Wow, that was pretty bad. Wait a second, where are our... Oh, I wasn't all the way up. I'm like, I know we have windmills on this one. I just wasn't all the way at the top of the map. Okay, so everything is full. You know, I read something in the latest change notes that this was supposed to not happen anymore. And I did do an update before I started where the little symbol for something was supposed to be closer to, like this one worked right here. This one used to be up here. But why that one and that one are still got a problem. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pause that guy as well. Beautimus. All of our automatic systems worked, which is a good thing. This is so full though. Holy cats. All right, now we're going to switch this to auto so that it can replenish down here. That should keep this from opening altogether. We also were talking about the system to put in here to release water from the upper level in a little bit nicer fashion. So I need to verify how to do that. I haven't really looked at that quite yet, other than our original little look at it. Let's take off the water for a second. And I'm going to go ahead and go to 3 times. Ooh, wow. I didn't notice that. That was like a 26 day drought, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, in order to do that, what I'm thinking, we need to come down to in here. We still need to continue with the dynamite over here. This is the area that the excavator is in. Right? Yes. Okay. Okay. And we dug out that area like right straight down from here. I think it was. Okay. We're going to leave that alone for the moment. I'm going to let the excavator run a little bit longer. How are we doing water rise here? This guy is set kind of high, doesn't it? Feels 0.5. I guess he's not super high. We just flooded him. That's what we did. Okay, with drought, this should dry out and let us get into here. So that'll be a good thing. Let's go ahead. We do not have any beavers sitting on their bottoms. So where did they all go? Beaver is injured. Unconnected. Building lacks worker. Oh, they went to the scavenger flags. Okay, that's fine. We'll probably pause. Let's go ahead. I didn't even notice those ones down there. Let that guy keep going. I've already emptied a whole entire medium tank. Not cool. All right. So now that we're saying we have no flooded building. All right. So those ones there are already down, which is a good thing. If I can get my camera to work here. Let's see what we've got. Oh, almost a full tile. So that's going to take us a bit to get rid of that. I would like to get that going though. All right. So one of my thought processes, and while I was sick, I did a little bit of playing in a creative world. Should I say world? Creative map. To see what we could possibly do here to start building a little bit of infrastructure on top of this water area. So I think I've come up with a good idea. It's going to mean that we have to do a bit of building for... Yeah, I think if we take that one... I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought there because I'm looking at this dynamite. That I think if we do that, we are going to end up with a hole there. So I'm wondering, can we Can we put terrain under? Yes, I want that. Will they build that? Is what I would like to know. Too far from district. Okay, yeah. It's kind of what I thought. So let's just go ahead and throw in a stair right there. I'd like to implode this down to the storage level so that we have the ability to have them come straight up and down into storage area with like the potatoes and stuff like that. Okay, but as I was saying, I did a bit of creative playing to come up with a kind of like housing development that I like. That would be sort of decorative. It's going to be kind of a mini build. But I'm looking at this and we need to be able to get over the water so that we don't disturb that at all. We cannot disturb that. That would create a like a death knell for us if we disturbed the water. But we can come in here with platforms. And I realistically should have built this on a creative copy of this world, because I didn't, and I should have. To see how this all would actually work in this area. So we're just kind of winging it. We're going to see if this works. And looking at that, 19 days left, 19.9. So we've got 20 days left. Things are thingin'. We made this, unfortunately, a lot bigger over here. With that, with what we dynamited out underneath of there. So not cool. They are going to town on this, it looks like. That is much more open. I think we're probably going to have to stick in a ladder here. I almost think we could... Let's do that, and then let's do... Sorry, my voice is still a little rough from the whole sick thing. We will go ahead and do that and stick a path on it. And then once they have the path there, they'll be able to run with the second level. And if I am correct, I don't believe we will need the platforms under here as long as we have not so much space that we lose our overhangs. But I do want to get this dynamited down so we can see where it ends up hitting. All right. How are we coming? We have 4K water. This is almost pumped out. This guy is running. Why? I don't know that that is going to help us. I'm going to leave that, even if it means we're running these guys. Okay, we have so many potatoes and so many carrots. I think we might, there's only one guy in here. Okay, that's part of our problem. Why our carrot production has gone down is we only have one dude harvesting all of this stuff and all of this stuff. So that might help our carrot production if we get that going. Up here we've got 2 in each. We are back up to 10 jobs. How are we doing here? I really want to make sure that we get down in here this time. We've got a little over half a block to go. All good. All good. Okay. Down here, all of our builders are working on this dynamite here, I think. I think we're probably going to have to end up with a builder's hut in there. Now, the other thing I'm looking at is, okay, if we build some pillars in the middle here, we could theoretically, as long as we have dirt touching dirt, the dirt that is transmitting this green down from these pillars, we could put in another layer of farm. We could totally put in another layer of dirt and put in another layer of food forest. Although theoretically we could probably put in like the fruit, like the trees that need us for food, which reminds me, we've got maples over here, which this guy is tapping, but we do not have any like chestnut trees. These are all oaks and pines, which is fine. But we don't have any food trees up there, so that might be a good thing to put in for a secondary area. Do we not have, I guess we don't really have any, we don't have enough sunflower seeds to do that. We need more haulers. We are in dire need of more haulers, which means we need more. Yeah, we lost a bunch because now we've got 5 open beds and we still have 4 beavers. Metal, how are we? Scrap, we've got 300. And why do we have so much? We're gonna steal everybody. I'm sorry, my brain is like going a million miles an hour today because it's been a while since we've played. While I was sick, my head hurt too much to play, so I'm trying to remember all the things we were talking about doing here. So and one of them I think was putting in a few more water tanks in our helter-skelter manner we've got going on here. We were also talking about some more housing back in here, but I think I want to put a pin in that and see if we can't get started on getting some of this covered over so that we could can do the idea that I have for housing planned out. And I'm really kind of excited about it because it looks really cool. Sorry, I needed to get a drink of coffee there. My voice is getting a little rough. But it also means we need to get some of these guys switched over to either terrain blocks or levees. And I'm really debating on which they should be. I kind of like the idea of seeing the terrain along this edge rather than the levees. I really, really like that thought much better than the levees. Woo! Oh, thank you, game. Good gosh, that was a bad one. Well, I guess they haven't fixed the autosave winging. Yeah, I like the thought of terrain more than I like seeing this giant wall of levee. I wish we had had terrain when we were building this, because that would have made life just, I would have loved that. It also would have let us do overhanging terrains here. But hey, we didn't have it then. We weren't quite that good. How is this doing over here? Oh, we're almost out of water there. We do have 3.8k stored. That should no problem get us through. Estimated time to depletion greater than 99 days. So that's all good. Oh, we can fit in a few more sunflowers here. They're working on that. I will say I do want to kick up priority on these two a little bit. You don't need that tool right now. And I think that we lost one of our mods that did an automatic pickup on those guys. All right, so this is where it's gonna get a bit sketchy. Where do we want to cut this off? Do we want to go ahead and pull this out to there? And then it's a 6. We could just keep coming straight across there. I kind of like the way that figures out. We're gonna have to get down in there and get rid of these couple of trees because they're gonna be in the way. This actually is going to more likely end up being just straight across there. Do we want to just go ahead and do it as we're going to take these out, I think, altogether. Honestly, I don't see why we couldn't take all of that out now, though it keeps this from filling up when we really need the water up there. Like, it keeps the water from running flat down in there. Oh, our upper level of upper reservoir is now gone. So that means this will not open now at all because it's camped. So we are going to go ahead and flip that to open because it can't drain any more into there. That guy is going to town. This guy is going to town. Oh no, he's not. He's off. Even at 3 times speed, it gets a little... Wait, how did they... Oh, they must be doing it from underneath? That's crazy. Okay. So my thought process is we're going to need to come up to get to the next tier of ones that we need to get to. But that's kind of cool. I didn't realize that they could do... I guess I should have known because they can do that with everything. That they can go up to the next level. We do not... need the platforms there. All right, we are definitely definitely going through the food exponentially faster. Oh my gosh, we're down to 38 adult beavers. Didn't mean to do that. We've got 10 kits. Oh my gosh. That's not good. That's not good at all. Is this pump still running? No, we must be below the water level, which we can't see anymore because we don't have a stream gauge in there, do we? Darn it, we should have built one down in there before we closed that all up. But that's all right. That's okay. We've got a lot of stuff on the ground up here. Can we pick all of that up? How are we doing over here? We've got 7 days. Oh. Well. That wasn't cool. That could have gone on a lot faster if we'd actually had the bad water pump on. I just didn't even think to check that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. That was dumb. That was really dumb. Okay, let's get in a ladder here. I wish there was a way to pause a path. Like, just, you know, say that this can't be used. But you can't really do that. I'm going to pop priority to highest level here. And then these are all on high priority, right? Yes. Ooh, already somebody in there. We do have some dynamite. We do have some extract. But unfortunately, we have... I'm gonna pause you. Actually, I'm just gonna downgrade you. And let's see if these beavers can get rid of a little bit more of this stuff as we go. Now we should be looking at, do we want to cap these? If we cap these, we lose our power generation. Altogether from them. Do we want to just cordon off this mine so that it is usable? I don't know. We are... Did we get all of this blocked off over here? I think we did when we did our bad water storage tanks over here. Which means that we should be able to... Yeah, when we did this, that blocked all of that off. Very good, very nice. Okay. Wait a second. We've got a hole there. No. Why do we have a hole there? I can't see. Trying to get in the right spot to see. Okay, are we completely closed off there? There is a block there, and there is a block there. And my game just froze. Okay, that was a little strange. Alrighty then. So, okay, this block here and this block here are blocking off the bad water altogether. So this one and this one, that one and that one. However it goes, they are blocking off the bad water. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. I've never noticed that. Let's see if I can get a good shot of that. If you look, there's little boxes in the rubble. I don't think I've ever looked that close at the rubble before. Okay, but yeah, so it does look like we are completely blocked off there. So that one, let's scroll out there so that I can get a better angle. I don't know why it got paused. That is a terrain block, I think. All right, so that platform there must be a terrain block underneath of there. So I think we're fine. Why we put that on top of a platform, I'm not 100% certain though. So it's all good. It's all good. All right. So our thought process is, do we put a bad water brig on this? Where is that? It would mean that we wouldn't need to worry about pumping water. 400 gears. We have almost enough gears. Treated planks. We have enough of those. Metal blocks. We have enough of those. So we could put in the bad water rig. But like I said, then that reduces our power generation. And if we're going to do that, then we should probably just block off this guy altogether. So we just come straight across here, block this all off, so it just funnels the bad water directly out, and this whole area is clear then. That might be a really good option. It's going to... And we actually could then take these guys, bring them down a level. No, that would mess up our direct connection to power line here. Okay. Okay. So let's see here. Scrap metal. Are we full? No, we're not close to full. We have 4 days. 4 days. 4 days. 4 days. We're down to 2.5k water. We're back up to 45 adults. 46 adults. That's a good thing. But we basically had like, I don't know, 7, 8. Six baby beavers all at the same time. Oh, we do have another house like slated for an idea here, so we could conceivably put that in. But I think we are kind of... Looks like we're doing okay now that we added extra beavers back to the farmhouses. I don't remember when we took those out, but we're out. These sunflowers over here have died off. All right, let's see. How are we coming here? Beavers. How far are we down? Oh wow, we got a considerable... The whole bottom layer is done. So now we're waiting on the second layer. Interestingly enough, they have not decided to use the ladder to come up here and come in this section. And why don't we have... I'm not quite certain why we don't have... Is it because we took the platforms out from underneath of there that we can't put dynamite on there now? Because there's no platform to hold it up below? Okay, that could be the problem. They can't tunnel if there's nothing below them. All right, where's the... there we go. All right. So we're going to have to prioritize these guys so that they can get to those other ones. Are these ones prioritized? No. They do require extract though. So we need to keep an eye on that. We only have 33 extract. How many more blocks do we have? 30, 40. We're not going to have enough extract. I wonder, is it going to let us put terrain block or tunnel blocks on top of other buildings? Question. Since we're looking at that. Oh my gosh, we are running... Oh, we got 0.6 days. They did fill the metal back up. Scrap metal is like almost full. And as soon as it hits night here, and all the beavers leave out of here, there are no more beavers down here, right? No, no more beavers in there. Let's see, this is, I wish we could just pause and make it inaccessible to them. It won't let me do it because there's a path on top of it. Not that one, this one. All right, now all of those are now, let's go back to 3-speed. And let's see here. This guy is set to open. Yes. As soon as day hits, all of this should. We should have all of the beautiful things back to where they should be. We are now full up on scrap metal, so our metal guy can get to work again if he has room, which it doesn't look like he does. Is all of our storage full? You know what? We're going to metal. Because we have a whole bunch of scrap metal storages over there that are full. And I didn't automate turning those guys back on. So we probably should look at that. This guy... He is slated for that. All right. Very good, very nice. We do still have 7 jobs. The centrifuge, the dirt excavator, the explosives factory, unable to get required material. Oh, yes, yes. We need to, nope, not that. We need to turn this back on. Because we are in dire need of bad water so that we can get the extract. This guy here still hasn't been built either. I'd like to see where that comes out. That hasn't been built. Too far from district because this ladder hasn't been built. It's all a giant cyclical cycle. This isn't built, so this can't be built. And this can't be built because this can't be built. So it's all one giant cyclical cycle. I do want to come down here and why haven't we picked up all of these materials? I need to check and see if that one mod is working. How's our well-being doing? Almost everyone has fed. Almost everyone has wet fur. Most have carrots, sunflowers, and grilled potatoes. We don't have any of the other items available. Very few of them are hitting up the contemplation point. We don't have agoras and dance halls, but wait, we will. We definitely will. We have shrubs and lanterns. We don't have any roofs as of yet. No statues, nothing. We do have the Lido. Okay, so we are doing okay with our... Oh no! No. We have another drought. Another drought incoming in 3 days. Let's see. Oh, yep, exactly what I thought. We do end up with a water hole. All right, so I need to up priority on this and this. I want to make sure that this hole is in the right space before we get too much further. I think it is, but I'd like us to verify before we get going here. I'm wondering if we shouldn't put a... Oh, wait a second. They didn't get the... This guy over here isn't done yet. Why aren't we working on this? Oh, wait. Hold on. It is done. I'm wondering if we shouldn't be putting in another zip line over here. Because I think we could come off of this one and come to over here. If we built like one on top of this guy, maybe? Would that work? Put some platforms up there and put it up there. How do we get to it is the operative question. All right, we're starting to get to the end of our time, and as you can hear, my voice is getting worse and worse here. But we will try to soldier on for a few more minutes here and see if we can't get to the point. We're up to 3.6k water. That's a good thing. And this guy, I really wish its little symbol would go down. I mean, I suppose we could also put... I don't know if we can do two separate lines. Not like anyone is really working over there. And these windmills are just... never working. Never working. We definitely need more haulers. This is getting a little much. Our water is not getting hauled around. So that's a bit of a problem. And all of this to put these guys up on stilts really kind of, it didn't end up mattering. It did it. Once we put in the bad water prevention. Oh, and there we go. Drought has started and everything is flooded. Why, auto. I should actually set this up that one of these is open all the time, or two of these are open all the time, and then the other one is auto, or set it up so that it, I don't know. I need to think about that, I guess. We did unfortunately just shoot a lot of our water down into the bottom, and we have an 18-day drought. So that wasn't super great. We also didn't stop everything early and flood everything to fill them up. So nothing is super full either. It's part of the problem with figuring your animation on you pausing things. And the simple triggers doesn't register early, so it's exactly at sunrise on X day. We are going to go ahead and cut another one of those off and just leave that one and that one. What's this guy's? 0. That's a bit of a problem. Yeah, see, we're already out of water up there. That's not great. That's not great at all. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can't... I'm gonna go ahead and put another 3 in there. Let's not say we did it on that. Alrighty. We might be able to, if this guy pumps this out, get to another batch of metal removal here. All right, but I think that is where we are going to leave it for today. I hope you have enjoyed this episode and my method of slow play. We are starting to see them get into here, I just realized. How much have they gotten done? Oh wow, look at all of that. Look at all of that. That is cool. Love it. Love to see it. I'm now wondering if we can't... I'm really wondering if we will be able to tunnel if there are buildings underneath of there. So should we go ahead and lay the next 2 layers of tunnels, which I think if we put a ladder here, we will be continue to be able to match up to. And how far back did we go? Wrong way. So within one of the... All right, let's go up. And we are... Oh, there's no... Right, I need to put a... I guess it doesn't really matter right there. Then let's go up one more. And do the same thing. All right, and we can... just put a dynamite on there. That'll get rid of that one for us. I think we might also do that. All right. So, yeah. I think that's where we'll leave it for today. We did... Oh, hey, look, they started on those guys. I didn't really mean that to happen. I would rather our priority be on digging out this stuff. I think we probably have to go down and highlight them that way. We could be out of extract. Is that our problem? Yes, that's what our problem is. Okay. So we need to go turn the extract back on. I want us to get this area figured out. All right, that's as far as we got. I know I said we were saying goodbye. This guy needs to have some people back in it because we're out of extract and we need that for tunneling. All right, now we are saying, oh, good gosh, thank you, game. Now we are saying goodbye. We have 12.5 days left in this drought, and we will see you in the next one. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye.